Dr. Marissa May. In this video, we're going to be solving the inequality that you see here, and we're going to do it with interval notation. So let's dive right in. Well, because it's an inequality, something I know about inequalities is we solve it a lot like an equation. We just have to usually do an extra step. So let's take a look. I know that if this were an equal sign, then I would just set each of these parentheses equal to 0. So let's do that. I'm going to set each of my parentheses equal to 0. And that's going to give me x equals -2 and x equals 1 and x equals 5. Now, I want to use a number line to help us organize this information. So follow along with me here. I've got -2, I've got 1, and I've got 5. Oops. Now, what I'm going to do is I need to test each of these sections of the number line to see if we get a number greater than 0, or a positive is really all I'm worried about. Okay, so in this section on the left, we're going to test with x equals -4. Now, friends, watch me on this. I am not worried about the numbers. Okay, so in my first parentheses, I've got -4 plus 2. I don't care that that's -2. I just care that it's negative. Okay. Oops, sorry, negative. Just need a negative sign there. In my second parenthesis, I'd have -4 minus 1. Again, I don't care that that's -5. I just need to know that it's negative. Okay. And then the last one, -4 minus 5. Again, that's -9, but I don't need the number. I just need that it's negative. Here's why I don't need that. Because a negative times a negative is a positive, times a negative again is a negative. So this produces a negative number in this section. Okay, let's do it again. In the next section, I'm going to choose the easy number, 0. Okay. In my first parentheses, that would be 0 plus 2. It's positive. Okay. In my second parentheses, that'd be 0 minus 1. That's negative. In my next parentheses, that'd be 0 minus 5. And again, that's negative. So watch what happens. A positive times a negative is a negative, times a negative again is a positive. Okay, let's do the next section. X equals 2. So I've got 2 plus 2, which is a positive. Then I've got 2 minus 1, which is a positive. Then I've got 2 minus 5, which is a negative. So a positive times a positive is a positive, times a negative is a negative. Last one, let's do x equals 6. Again, remember, I'm not worried about the numbers. I'm just trying to get positive negatives. 6 plus 2 is positive. 6 minus 1, positive. 6 minus 5, positive. Positive times a positive is a positive times a positive is a positive. So I got a positive. Then look at your inequality again. You were looking for positive values. So you need these two sections. So let's write those intervals. We would go from -2 to 1. I'm using brackets because of the equal to underneath the greater than. And then we would go from 5 to positive infinity. And then remember, infinity always gets a parentheses there. All right, that was a lot of work, but I hope that it made it a lot simpler for you so you're not like keeping track of all these big numbers as you're multiplying. You're really focusing on the positives and the negatives. All right, bye for now.